horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and there's a guy that says that the weather's clear. Can do, this guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do.
I got Valentine, cause on the morning line, the guy has got him figured at 5 to 9.
Black
says the horse
has buy a half a
This guy says the horse has chance.
For Paul Revere, I'll bite. I hate his foot's alright. Of course, it all depends if it rained last night.
I guess Valentine, the morning horse looks fine. Besides the jockey's brother, a friend of mine.
And just a minute, boys, and he's box noise, and this guy's grandfather was next.
I call you Paul Revere, now this is no bum steer. It's from a handicapper that's real sincere.
I got Valentine, cause on the morning line, the guy's got him figured at 5 to 9.
So maybe that's
says the horse can
buy a half a
This guy says the horse has
telegraph. Epitaph.
Valentine.
Paul Revere, I got the horse right here.
Follow the bulls and stray no more, stray no more, stray no more. Put down the bottle and we'll say no more. Follow, follow before you take another swallow. Follow the bulls and stray no more, stray no more, stray no more. Tear up your poker deck and play. Follow, follow the bulls and stray no more, stray no more, stray no more. If you're a sinner and you pray no more, follow, follow the bulls. Brothers and sisters, resist the devil and he will flee from you. That is what the Bible tells us, and that is why I am standing here in the devil's own city, in the devil's own streets, prepared to do battle with the forces of evil. Hear me, you gamblers, with your dice, your cards, your horses. Pause and think before it is too late. You are in grave danger. I'm not speaking of the prisons and the gallows, but of the greater punishment that awaits you. Repent before it is too late. Just around the corner is our little mission, where you are always welcome to seek refuge from this jungle of sin. Come here and talk to me. Do not think of me as Sergeant Sarah Brown, but as Sarah Brown, your sister. Join me, brothers and sisters, in resisting the devil, and we can put him to flight forever. Remember, friends, it is the Save a Soul mission located at 409 West 49th Street. Open all day and night with a special prayer meeting this Thursday.
Poor Miss Sarah. Wonder why a refined doll like her spends all her time mixed up in a mission dodge.
She is a beautiful doll, all right, with 100% eyes.
It is too bad that such a doll spends all her time being good. I mean, how could she make any money from that?
Maybe she owns a piece of the mission.
Yeah.
Hey, Penny South Street.
Harry the horse, how are you? You know nicely. Nicely Johnson.
Yeah, how goes it?
Nicely, thank you.
Any word on Nathan Detroit? Is he got a place for his crap game?
We don't know yet.
The heat is on.
He's still looking for a place.
Well, tell him I'm loaded and looking for action. I just acquired 5,000 potatoes.
5,000 bucks?
Where did you acquire it?
Collected the reward on my father.
Everyone is loaded and looking for action. I wish Nathan could find a place.
Why, Lieutenant Brannigan! Mr. South Street, it's Lieutenant Brannigan of the New York Police Department.
A pleasure.
Any of you guys seen Nathan Detroit?
Which Nathan Detroit would that be?
I mean the Nathan Detroit who's been running a floating crap game around here. And getting away with it too by moving to a different spot every night.
Why are you telling us this, Your Honor?
I'm telling you this because I know you two bums work for Detroit. Rustling up customers for his crap game.
We do?
You?
Yeah,
Oh.
Well, you can tell him for me that I know right now he's running around trying to find a spot. Well, no one's gonna give him a spot because they all know that Brannigan is breathing down their neck.
Hiya, Nathan.
Oh, fellas, I'm having a horrible time, all on account of that lousy Brannigan.
Something wrong, Mr. Detroit?
Oh, Lieutenant, I sure hope you don't think I was referencing you. There are, of course, other lousy Brannigans.
Detroit, I have just been talking to your colleagues here about your crap game. I imagine you're having trouble finding a place.
Well, the heat is on, as you must know now that you are forced to live on your salary.
Did you find a place?
What does that cop want from me? What am I, a sex maniac? I simply arrange a crap game for those looking for a bit of action and then take my small percentage off the top. Is that a crime? Yeah.
Nathan, did you find a place?
Did you find a place for the game?
Did I find a place? Did I find a place? Yes, I found a place. We'll be hosting the game tomorrow at the Radio City Music Hall.
How are you gonna fix the ushers?
Man, I went to the back of the cigar shop and the funeral parlor, all the normal places.
Say, you once said that there might be a chance at the Biltmore Garage.
Ah, yes. I went over to the Biltmore Garage. Spoke to Joey Biltmore himself. He said he might take a chance on me. Get this, if I can provide him with $1,000.
$1,000?
In cash. He shall not take my marker.
Your marker's no good, eh?
What do you mean? A marker isn't just a piece of paper that says, I owe you $1,000 signed Nathan Detroit. A marker is like a pledge on which a guy cannot welch on. It's like not saluting the flag. My marker is as good as gold, only Joey Biltmore don't think so. So, can you imagine it, me without a livelihood? I mean, I've been running the crap game ever since I was a juvenile delinquent.
Well, Nathan, can't you do something?
What can I do? I'm broke. I could not even afford to buy Adelaide an anniversary present today. You know we've been together 14 years.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yes, we've been engaged for 14 years.
Nathan, concentrate on the game. The town is up to here with high players. The Greek's in town.
Brandy Bottle Bates.
Scranton Slim.
I know I can make a fortune, but where can I have the game?
The Biltmore Garage wants a grand.
But we ain't got a grand on hand.
They've now got a lock on the door at the gym at Public School 84.
There's the stock room behind McCloskey's bar.
But Mrs. McCloskey ain't a good scout.
And things being how they are, the back of the police station is out.
So the Biltmore Garage is the spot.
But the $1,000 we ain't got. Why, it's good old reliable Nathan Detroit. If you're looking for action, he'll furnish the spot. Even when the heat is on, it's never too hot. Not for good old reliable Nathan. There is always just a short walk through the oldest established permanent floating crab game in New York. There are well-heeled shooters everywhere. There are well-heeled shooters everywhere. And an awful lot of that is for the fellow who can get us there. If we only had a lousy little brand, we could be a millionaire. Good old reliable Nathan Detroit. If the size of your bundle you want to increase, he'll arrange that you go broken, quiet, and peace. Stay in a hideout provided by Nathan, where there are no neighbors to swap. It's the oldest established permanent floating in New York. Where's the action? Where's the game? Gotta have the game or we'll die from shame. It's the oldest established permanent floating crab game in New York. Gentlemen, do not worry. Nathan Detroit's crap game shall float once more. When I find a place, my boys will let you know.
Okay, Nathan. Say, you know who else is looking for some action? Sky Masterson. Sky Masterson's in town.
Sky Masterson, the highest player there is around.
Higher than the Greek?
Higher than anybody. Why do you think they call him Sky for? I once saw the man lay down a bet
for $5,000 on a cockroach. Another time, he had a bet that his fever would go above 104 degrees, so he would not take penicillin.
Did it?
Lucky Jen went to 106. That's good old Sky for you. He likes his crazy bets, like which lump of sugar a fly will sit down on, or how far you can kick a piece of cheesecake. Cheesecake! Run over to Mindy's diner real quick and figure out how many pieces of cheesecake he sold yesterday, as well as how many pieces of strudel.
Cheesecake and strudel, what do you want to know for?
Man, just go and find out. Now get out of here. Adelaide's on her way, and if she finds out I'm running the crap game, she'll never set foot on me.
Hello, Nathan, dear.
Adelaide Pigeon.
You girls go ahead. Order me a tuna fish on rye and a chocolate sundae with tomato ketchup and mayonnaise.
Okay, Adelaide.
We gotta get back to the hot box.
You still rehearsing?
Yeah, that slave driver, Charlie, he's been working us all day. Finally, I says, look, Charlie, I'm starving. I gotta get out of here and get a bite to eat. And he says, you don't wanna eat. You just wanna sneak out and meet that cheap bum Nathan Detroit.
And, what did you tell him?
I told him, I says, I'll meet whoever I want.
How's your cold?
Oh, it's fine. Nathan, happy anniversary.
A present? From me?
I hope you like it.
A belt!
Read the card.
Sugar is sweet and so is jelly, so put this belt around your belly. That's so sweet. You know, Adelaide, I was planning to buy you a gold wristwatch with diamond escarpment and 2 rubies on the side.
Nathan, darling, you shouldn't have.
Oh, well, that's okay, because I, didn't. I'm sorry, Adelaide, I just forgot.
No, I kind of like it when you forget to give me presents. Makes me feel like we're married.
Well, look, Adelaide, when I'm in the money again, you'll have more mink than a mink.
Nathan, I can do without anything, just so long as you don't start running the crap game again.
The crap game. What an absurd thought.
Psst, Nathan. $1,200 cheesecake and $1,500 strudel.
What?
Yesterday, Mindy sold 1,200 cheesecake and 1,500 strudel.
More strudel than cheesecake. That's great.
Nathan, what is this?
Oh, nothing, honey.
Hey, Detroit, any news yet?
I'll let you know, Harry.
Yeah, okay, Detroit.
What was that about?
His, wife's having a baby.
Why is he asking you?
He's, nervous. It's his first wife. You see, Adelaide, I'm expecting a fella, and I know that you must be getting hungry.
Nathan, are you trying to get rid of me?
Oh, no. I just don't want your sandwich to get soggy.
Oh.
Fellas, why don't you take Adelaide to the drugstore? You see, Adelaide, you have a cold, and the drugstore is across the street, and there's a lot of open manholes.
Nathan, darling, you're so thoughtful.
And if
You're
you
just the sweetest man.
And if you could take that home for me, that'd be great.
Okay, well, goodbye.
Well, hey there, Masterson. How you doing, Sky?
Oh, Nathan, you old promoter, you.
How you doing, Sky? You look great.
You know, I feel great, Nathan. I'm just coming off 2 wonderful weeks out west in Nevada. Great place, beautiful scenery, healthful climate, and I beat him for 50 G's at blackjack.
50 G's. You in town long?
No, I'm flying out to Havana tonight.
Havana?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of action down there. You want to join me?
No, I can't. I got things going on up here for me. But in the meantime, how about we run over to Mindy's real quick and grab a piece of cheesecake or something? You must be hungry.
I'm not very hungry at the moment. But tell me, how's Adelaide doing?
Oh, fine, fine. Still dancing at the hot box.
Well, I do suppose one of these days you two will be getting married.
Yes, I suppose we all gotta go sometime.
Oh, but Nathan, we can fight it. Guys like us, Nathan, we gotta remember that as beautiful as a doll's company may be, she must always take second place to the aces back-to-back.
Yes, yes. Tell me, you hungry yet? Maybe we can run over to Mindy's real quick and grab a piece of cheesecake.
No, I think I'll go get the late results.
Oh, but you will admit that Mindy has the best cheesecake in the country.
Yes, I am quite partial to Mindy's cheesecake.
Who isn't? And yet there are some who prefer his strudel. Offhand, which do you think he sells more of, the cheesecake or the strudel?
Well, I had never really given it much thought. But if I had to pick one and assume everyone was like me, I'd say Mindy sells far more cheesecake than strudel.
For how much?
I'm sorry?
For how much?
Why, Nathan, I never knew you to be the betting man.
Well, for old time's sake, I thought I'd let you in on a little action. I'll bet you right here and now $1,000 that yesterday Mindy sold more strudel than cheesecake.
Now, Nathan, let me tell you a story.
Oh?
You see, when I was a young man about to go out into the world, my father, he pulls me aside and he tells me a very valuable thing. He says to me like this. He says, "Son, I am sorry that I cannot bankroll you to a very valuable start. However, not having any potatoes to give you, I will stake you to some very valuable advice. One day in your travels, you will come across a man. This man will have with him a brand new deck of cards, on which the seal is not yet broken. The man will then offer you a bet, saying he can make the jack of spades leap out of the deck of cards and squirt cider into your ear. Now, son, you do not bet this man, for as sure as you stand there now, you will surely end up with an earful of cider." Now, Nathan, I do not claim that you've been clocking Mindy's cheesecake.
Oh, come on, you can't think that.
However, if you are looking for some action, I will bet you the same $1,000 right now that you do not know the color of the necktie that you have on. Well?
No bets. Green. What a crazy color.
Hey, Nathan, we took Adelaide to the drugstore.
Don't bother me.
Hiya, Sky.
How are you?
Well, I'm good. How's it with you fellas?
Not bad.
Nicely, thank you. Say, Nathan, we took Adelaide to the drugstore. She says for you to be sure to pick her up after her show at the Hot Box and don't be late.
Yes, dear. Yes.
Yes, dear. That is husband talk if I've ever heard it. Nathan, you are trapped. In Adelaide, you have the kind of a doll that is most difficult to unload.
Hey, but I don't want to unload her. I love her. And in this day and age, you don't have a doll? Who would holler at you? A doll is but a necessity.
No, Nathan, I'm not putting the rap on dolls. I'm simply saying that they should be there when a guy wants them, and they are easy to find.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Then how come you don't have one? How come you're going to Havana without one?
Well, I prefer to travel light. But if I did wish to take a doll to Havana, there is a large assortment to choose from.
Not real classy dolls like Adelaide.
Any doll. You name her.
Any doll and I name her. Will you bet me that? Will you bet me $1,000 that if I were to name a doll today, you would take her to Havana tomorrow?
Well, you got yourself a bet.
I name her.
Sorry.
Her?
Cider.
Someday I'm going to take a pickaxe and rip up Broadway from end to end.
They do that every day.
Excuse me. Do you take sinners here?
Indeed we do. Sarah,
How do you do?
my name is Abernathy. Arvide Abernathy.
Sky Masterson.
What's wrong?
What is the trouble?
Well, my heart, it's heavy with sin.
You poor man.
You see, I've wasted years of my life on things like gambling and evil betting, but I now suddenly realize the terrible things that betting can lead to.
Agatha. Coffee.
Didn't I see you a while ago on Broadway?
Perhaps. You see, I've been wandering around trying to get up the courage to come in here.
And you're willing to give up gambling?
Well, gladly. I never would have begun gambling at all had I not fallen in with evil companions, who are always offering me sucker bets. Thank you very much. You know, it makes me feel good just to talk to you people.
There you go. You just go right on talking to Sister Sarah there, and you'll be all right. I'm glad you found us.
Well, the Bible says, "Seek and ye shall find."
Very good. I wish we could reach more sinners like you. We are out every day trying.
Well, have you tried the nighttime?
How's that?
Well, as a former sinner, I do happen to know that the best time to find sinners is between the hours of midnight and dawn. Perhaps you would try an all-night session against the devil.
A very good suggestion indeed. Thank you, Brother Masterson.
Well, you're welcome.
Coffee is so good, I can't understand why it isn't a sin.
Well, he's really a fine old gentleman.
Well,
I suppose he sort of looks after you then?
well, we look after each other.
Uh-huh. So, if one of you was to travel someplace, the other would go along with?
Yes, of course.
Well, of course.
Here are 2 pamphlets I'd like you to read. I think they should give you a good deal of comfort. And we're holding a midnight prayer meeting this Thursday, which I'm sure you'll wish to attend.
Well, I'm sure. You know, Miss Sarah, I do hope that you don't feel I'm getting out of line. But you know, it is wonderful to see a beautiful doll, a nice-looking young woman like yourself, sacrificing herself for the sake of others, staying in this place. Do you ever go anyplace else? Travel or something?
I would like to go to Africa.
Well, Africa is a bit far. But you know, there are plenty of wonderful places just a few hours from New York by plane. Have you ever been in a plane?
No.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Here's another pamphlet I think you should read.
Ah. Thank you, but I will be needing a lot of personal help from you. My soul is as black as 2 feet down a wolf's gullet.
I'll be speaking at the Thursday prayer meeting.
Well, I will be needing private lessons. Why don't we have dinner or something?
I think not, Mr. Masterson.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just blossoming under the warmth of your kindness. Say, that's wrong.
What's wrong?
Well, it's not Proverbs, it's Isaiah.
It's Proverbs.
Sorry. No peace unto the wicked. Isaiah chapter 57, verse 21. Isaiah?
Isaiah.
You see, there are 2 things that have been in every hotel room in the country. Sky Masterson and the Gideon Bible. You know, I must have read the good book 10 or 12 times.
You've read the Bible 12 times?
Well, what's wrong with the Bible? Besides, in my line of work, the strangest information can often come in handy. You know, I once won 5 G's on a parlay. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Tell me, Mr. Masterson, why are you here?
Well, I told you, I'm a sinner.
You're lying.
Well, lying is a sin. Look, I'm a big sinner. If you get me, it's 8 to 5, the others will follow. And you need sinners, don't you?
We're managing.
Ho, ho, ho. Let's be honest. This mission is laying an egg. Why don't you let me help you? I bet you I can fill this whole place with sinners.
I don't bet.
Well, then I'll make you a proposition. Let's see. When did you say this big prayer meeting of yours was? Thursday night? I will personally guarantee to fill that meeting with at least 1 dozen genuine sinners. I will also guarantee that they will sit still and listen to you.
And what's my end of the bargain?
Well, have dinner with me.
Why do you want to have dinner with me?
Well, I'm hungry. Here.
What's this?
Sky Masterson's marker for 1 dozen sinners. If you don't think it's good, ask anyone in town. I owe you 1 dozen sinners. I will pick you up at noon tomorrow for dinner.
At noon?
Well, it will take us a while to get there.
To get where?
Well, to my favorite restaurant.
And where is that?
El Cafe Cubana in Havana.
El Cafe Cubana, Havana.
Well, where would you like to eat, Howard Johnson's?
Havana.
Well, why not? The plane gets us there in 5 hours and we're back the same night. And the food? Well, it's great.
I now realize, Mr. Gambler, that when you were describing the blackness of your heart, you didn't do yourself justice.
And I now realize, Sister Sarah, that as beautiful as a sergeant may be, she is still a sergeant.
Please go away.
You know, you need to change your pitch, Sarge. Come to the mission, one and all, except guys. I hate guys.
I don't hate anybody.
Except for me. You know, it is nice to know that it's just me personally and not all the guys in general. It makes me feel good to think that somewhere in the world there is a guy that might appeal to the sergeant. I do wonder what this guy will be like.
He will not be a gambler.
Well, I'm not interested in what he will not be. I'm interested in what he will be.
Don't worry, I'll know. For I've imagined every bit of him, from his strong moral fiber to the wisdom in his head, to the homey aroma of his pipe.
You have wished yourself a Scarsdale Galahad, a breakfast-eating Brooks Brothers type.
Yes, and I shall meet him when the time is ripe.
So you've got this guy all figured out.
I have.
Even what he smokes. All figured
out. I'll know when my love comes along. I won't take a chance, for he'll be just what I need. Not some fly-by-night Broadway romance.
And you'll know at a glance by the two pair of pants.
I'll know by the calm, steady voice, those feet on the ground. I'll know as I run to his arms that at last I've come home safe and sound. Until then, I shall wait. Until then, I'll be strong. For I'll know when my love comes along.
No, you can't dope it like that. What are you picking, a guy or a horse?
Well, I wouldn't expect a gambler to understand.
Well, would you like to hear how a gambler feels about the big heartthrob?
No.
Well, I'll tell you. Mine will come as a surprise to me. Mine, I leave to chance and chemistry.
Chemistry.
Yeah, chemistry. Suddenly I'll know when my love comes along. I'll know then and there. I'll know at the sight of her face how I care, how I care, how I care. And I'll stop and I'll stare and I'll know long before we can speak. I'll know in my heart. I'll know and I won't ever ask, am I right, am I wise, am I smart? But I'll stop and I'll stare at that face in the throng. Yes, I'll know when my love comes along. When my love comes along. Well, I'll drop in again, in case you want to take a crack at the other cheek.
I won't take a chance. My love will be just what I need, not some fly-by-night Broadway romance. Until then, I shall wait. Until then, I'll be strong. For I'll know when my love comes along.
Hello? Hello, is this the Biltmore Garage? Let me speak with Joey Biltmore.
Who's this?
This is Nathan Detroit.
This is Joey. What do you want?
Well, you see, Joey, I'm calling about the crap game.
The what?
The crap game.
The what? Oh, hold on a minute. Got a customer. Hello, Officer Brannigan.
Well, hurry it up, won't you?
That'll be $8. Now, what were you saying, Nathan?
The crap game.
Don't say that on the phone. Suppose the cops are listening.
I'm so sorry, Joey. The dice game. Look, Joey, I need to know. Can I use your place tomorrow night?
If I get $1,000,
I'll have it tomorrow.
then call me tomorrow.
Joey, come on. The dough is guaranteed. I'm getting it from Scott Masterson.
How?
I made him a bet that I can't lose. I bet him he couldn't take a certain doll to Havana.
Well, why couldn't he?
Because this ain't the type of doll that goes to Havana.
Then where does she go?
She don't go no place. That's how I know I'm about to win.
Nathan, don't be so sure. It ain't a horse. It's a doll.
All right. Look, I gotta know. Can I at least tell the gents that I'm gonna use your place for tomorrow night?
Not until I get my dough.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye.
And now for the grand finale of our round, the World Review. We take you down on the farm with our star, Miss Adelaide and the Hot Box Farmerettes.
A bushel and a peck and a hug around the neck. A hug around the neck and a barrel and a heap. A barrel and a heap, and I'm talking in my sleep about you. About you? Oh, about you. I'm sleeping. I'm having trouble sleeping. 'Cause I love you. A bushel and a peck. You bet your pretty neck I do. A bushel and a peck, though it beats me all the heck. It beats me all the heck how I'll ever tend the farm. Ever tend the farm when I want to keep my arms about you. About you? Oh, about you. 'Cause I love you. A bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do. Goodbye now. Hello, Nathan, dear.
Hello, Adelaide.
How are you, handsome?
Oh, fine. What have you got there?
A book.
A book? You're always reading books. You're turning into a regular bookie.
Nathan, this is very interesting. The doctor gave it to me. I went to him about my cold.
And how is your cold?
Oh, it's the same. So the doctor asked me how long I had had it, and I said a long time. And I said I thought it was on account of my dancing with hardly any clothes on, which is what I usually wear anyway. But he said to read this book because it might be due to psychology.
You, haven't got that, have you?
Nathan, this is the kind of psychology that tells you why girls do certain kinds of things.
Oh? So would it tell you if a certain type of doll would go for a certain type of guy which you normally wouldn't think she'd go for?
What do you mean?
I just mean, for instance, there's always that certain type of doll you can ensure won't go for that certain type of guy.
Nathan, no matter how terrible a fella seems, you can never be too sure that some girl won't go for him. Take us.
Yeah.
Nathan, starting next week, I'm gonna be getting a raise, so I wonder with what I'll be making, what would you think if, maybe we could finally get married?
Yeah, no, we're gonna get married, eventually.
I know. I'm starting to worry about my mother.
Your mother? What about your mother?
Well, and Nathan, this is something I never told you before, but my mother, back in Rhode Island, she thinks we're married already.
And, why would she think a thing like that?
Well, I couldn't be engaged for 14 years, could I? People don't do that in Rhode Island. They all get married.
Then why is it such a small state?
Anyway, I wrote her I was married.
Mm-hmm.
And then, after about 2 years,
What's about after 2 years?
we had a baby.
You told your mother we had a baby.
Well, I had to, Nathan. Mother wouldn't have understood if we hadn't.
And, what type of child was it?
A boy. I named him after you, Nathan.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
And, where's Nathan Jr. off to now?
He's in boarding school. I wrote Mother he won the football game last Saturday.
Huh. Wish I had a bet on it.
But Nathan, that's not all, Nathan.
Oh, don't tell me he has a little sister.
All those years, Nathan. Mother believes in big families.
All right. Just give me the grand total.
5.
5! You told your mother we have 5 children. Your mother is a glutton for punishment.
But Nathan, now that we're finally getting married, it won't be a lie anymore.
Oh, Adelaide, how could you do that to a nice old broad like your mother?
But you don't even know my mother.
But I'll be meeting her soon enough. And what do I tell her? The 5 kids we're supposed to have, I went off and traded them to the Phillies or something? What are we gonna do?
We could get married.
But marriage ain't something you jump into like it was a kettle of fish. We're just not ready.
I'm ready, Nathan. Nathan, what do you think I got in the box? What do you think I got in the box?
Sally's bridal shop. I can't guess.
It's a wedding veil. I've had it for 3 years. I won't show it to you because it's bad luck, but do you want to see it?
It's bad luck.
Well, anyway, I have the veil. All we need now is our license and our blood test.
A what?
Blood test. It's a law.
What a city. First they shut down my crap game and then they opened my veins.
Nathan, you're not planning to run the crap game again, are ya?
Oh, Adelaide, why do you think I gave up the crap game? It's because I want us two to be the happiest married couple in the world.
Anybody see an earring out here?
No, I don't think so.
You. I'm all dated up with society, Max, and he breaks it on account of your dopey crap game. Honest, Adelaide, I pity you. Oh, here it is. I should probably go get dressed now.
Adelaide, darling, look at me. I'm down on my knees.
Oh, get up. It reminds me of your crap game.
Oh, come on, Adelaide, don't do this. We love each other and we're gonna get married.
I don't believe you anymore.
Oh, Adelaide, cheer up. Let me see that old smile. That's my girl. I'll see you later.
It says here, the average unmarried female, basically insecure, due to some long frustrations may react with psychosomatic symptoms difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. In other words, just from waiting around for that plain little band of gold, a person can develop a cold. You can spray it wherever you figure the streptococcus lurk. You can give her a shot for whatever she's got, but it just won't work. If she's tired of getting the fish eye from the hotel clerk, a person can develop a cold. It says here, the female remaining single, oh, just in the legal sense, shows a neurotic tendency. See note. Oh, the note on the page. Chronic organic syndromes, toxic or hypertense, involving the eye, the ear, the nose, and throat. In other words, just from worrying whether the wedding is on or off, a person can develop a cough. You can feed her all day with the vitamin A and the bromo fizz, but the the medicine never gets anywhere near where the trouble is. If she's getting a kind of a name for herself and the name ain't his, a person can develop a cough. And furthermore, just from stalling the wedding trip, a person can develop la grippe. When they get on the train for Niagara and she can hear church bells chime, the compartment is air conditioned and the mood sublime. Then they get off at Saratoga for the 14th time. A person can develop la grippe, la post-nasal drip, with the wheezes and the sneezes and a sinus that's really a pip. From a lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old, a person can develop a bad cold.
Hey, Nicely, what are you looking at?
This guy was just following around Miss Sarah, and you should have seen her. She gave him a look that would have cooled off a moose at mating time.
Great, just so long as you don't take her to Havana.
Havana? Ha! He couldn't take that doll to New Rochelle. Say, where's Nathan? You gotta start lining up the game.
I don't know. I suppose trying to see Adelaide. She's mad at him again.
That Miss Adelaide, always taking his mind off of good, honest work.
It is too bad that a smart businessman like Nathan had to go and fall in love with his own fiancée.
Benny, it is his weakness, and we should be tolerant. As I am told, it is a worldwide weakness. Look, what's playing at the Roxy? I'll tell you what's playing at the Roxy. Picture about a Minnesota man who fell so in love with a Mississippi girl that he sacrifices everything and moves all the way to Biloxi. That's what's playing at the Roxy.
What's in the daily news? I'll tell you what's in the daily news. Story about a guy who bought his wife a small ruby with what otherwise would have been his union dues. That's what's in the daily news.
What's happening all over? I'll tell you what's happening all over. Guy sitting at home by a television set who used to be something of a rover. That's what's happening all over. Love is the thing that has licked him, and it looks like Nathan's just another victim. Yes, sir, when you see a guy reach for stars in the sky, you can bet that he's doing it for some dough.
When you spot a John waiting out in the rain, chances are he's insane, as only a John can be for a Jane.
When you meet a gent paying all kinds of rent for a flat that can flatten the Taj Mahal, call it sad, call it funny, but it's better than even money that the guy's only doing it for some dough.
When you see a Joe saving half of his dough, make a bet they'll be making it for some dough.
When a bum buys wine like a bum can afford, it's a cinch that the bum is under the thumb of some little broad.
When you meet a mug lately out of the jug, and he's still lifting platinum falderon,
call it hell,
call it heaven,
it's a probable 12 to 7 that the guy's only doing it for some dough.
When you meet a sport and his cash has run short, make a bet that he's banking it with some dough.
When a guy wears tails with a front in white, who the hell do you think he's tickling pink on Saturday night?
When a lazy slob takes a good steady job and he smells from Vitalis and Barbasol,
call it dumb, call it clever, oh, but you can give odds forever that the guy's only doing it for some dough, some dough, some dough. The guy's only doing it for some dough.
we finally lost him.
I do think you should have paid some attention to him.
Yes, he attended every street meeting this morning. He seemed very interested in our work.
Very.
By the way, you spoke beautifully this morning, Sarah.
No, I can't reach these people. I never should have volunteered for this post. Well, let's go into lunch. And I was going to convert Broadway all by myself. I was going to take these gamblers and have them just begging to come to the mission. General Cartwright.
Good morning, Sarah. Arvide.
Good morning, General.
We didn't know you were coming to town, General.
I got in early this morning. I've spent the last hour trying to find you.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've been holding some extra street meetings trying to stimulate more interest.
Good morning, General.
Good morning. Sarah, there's something I need to talk to you about.
Well, why don't you come inside and have some lunch with us?
I don't have time, dear. I have several other calls to make. Sarah, we at headquarters have come to the definite conclusion. We have decided to close this branch of the mission.
Oh, no!
Close the mission?
But General, please, someone can do good here, even if I can't.
Sarah, there are so many other calls on us. So many other places where our work is really needed.
But we are doing much better now.
Yes, we've announced a meeting for Thursday.
You've announced a meeting, but will anybody be there? Will anybody come?
Excuse me. I'm sorry, I couldn't help overhearing. General, my name is Sky Masterson, and I'm a former sinner.
How do you do?
Well, how do you do? You know, I wish to protest the closing of this mission. I do believe Miss Sarah could be a big success here.
I am glad to see you say that, but I am not so certain.
Well, $1 will get you 10.
What?
General, may I make a small suggestion?
Yes.
Why don't you come to the prayer meeting tomorrow night and see for yourself?
Well, if I thought this mission had a
General,
chance.
I personally guarantee you 12 genuine sinners.
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah!
Have you all got your carnations? Remember, no one will be let in unless they got on a pink carnation. It's like a password, okay?
Okay, but where's the game?
I'll tell you in a minute. Just be patient, all right? Nathan, is it all set? Can I tell the guys that it's at the...
Not yet. I gotta stall 'em for a little while longer.
It's 11 o'clock. The guys won't wait much longer.
Yeah, I know. I left nicely at the hotel to collect the money from Sky. When it comes in, he'll be here. All right, where's the dough?
It hasn't come yet.
So what, you just left the hotel?
I went to go get some groceries. I felt a little faint.
Get back to the hotel and don't come back even if you starve to death.
Okay, Nathan.
Nathan, if you do not have a place for your crap game tonight, tell us and we will seek elsewhere for entertainment.
Harry the horse, all the way from Brooklyn. How's it going, buddy?
Detroit, if there is no place for your crap game tonight, I would be very displeased, and I hope you would have a place in as much as I am entertaining a very prominent guest. You may have heard of him. May I introduce Big Julie from Chicago.
How's it going, Big Julie? Okay. Well, welcome to our fair city, inasmuch you know that the heat is on. But just wait a moment and you will get some action.
What do you say, Big Julie? Shall we stick or shall we blow?
Well, I came here to shoot craps, so let's shoot craps.
Sure.
Nathan, if there is no place for the crap game tonight, Big Julie will be considerably displeased. And you don't want to displease Big Julie, as you could find out from any such citizen that has displeased him at one time or another. Although I will admit it's hard to find such citizens in light of the fact that they're no longer around and about.
Now, Harry, you don't think I would be as bold after disrespect a man like Big Julie here, do you? Big Julie, when Nathan Detroit arranges something, you can count on it that it's about to happen.
Well, an interesting gathering indeed. The cream of society. Angie the Ox, Society Max, Rusty Charlie, Liver Lips Louie. Hey, Harry the Horse, all the way from Brooklyn, and pardon me, I'm very bad on names, but your face looks kind of familiar. Mind telling me where you're from?
East Cicero, Illinois.
Oh, what do you do there?
I'm a scoutmaster.
Well, don't ever help my mother across the street. Smells lovely. This looks like the male chorus from Blossom Time. Mind telling me what the occasion is?
Well,
It's a party.
Indeed. What kind of party?
Goodbye, girls. See you tomorrow.
It's a bachelor party. Nathan's getting married.
That's right, Lieutenant. Nathan's engaged. He's getting
What?
married.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
And for which nobody cannot deny.
Nathan, darling, I'm so thrilled. Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, it was a surprise.
But when I saw you standing here with all these fine gentlemen, I never dreamed it was a bachelor dinner. I thought it was.
Oh, it's a bachelor dinner.
It's a bachelor dinner.
Yes, sir, a bachelor dinner.
Just think, after 14 years, I'm finally gonna be Mrs. Nathan Detroit. Time certainly does fly.
Tell me, Nathan, when's the happy day?
When will it be, Nathan?
Well,
Nathan, these good fellas are nice enough to throw you a bachelor party. You should at least tell them the wedding date.
well, we need time, Lieutenant, for our license and our blood test.
Gee, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could be married tomorrow night, right after my show at the Hot Box?
But Adelaide, we need time for our marriage license and our blood test.
You could elope.
What?
Yeah. Go down to Maryland. What's the name of that town again?
Pimlico.
Nah, not Pimlico. No, Nathan. Elton. Yeah. They'll marry you right away. They don't ask for a blood test.
Isn't that a little, unhealthy?
No, Nathan, that's a great idea. Elope, I'll lend you my getaway car, my Buick. The Buick.
Oh, Nathan, let's do it!
What the hell?
Congratulations.
My congratulations too, Nathan. And I only wish for nothing in heredity.
Nathan, darling, I got so many things to do before we elope tomorrow. Will you be at the Hot Box tomorrow night?
I'll reserve a table and be dressed up in whatever you're eloping.
Oh, Nathan, I'm so happy. I ought to wire my mother. Only, what'll I tell her?
Just write the telegram and date it back.
I'll just wait till we have 5 kids. It won't take us long.
Oh, you are one lucky fellow indeed, Nathan. Quite the beautiful doll. What do you think, Big Julie?
So tell me, how long you know the doll?
14 years.
Oh my God. Well, let's shoot craps.
You'd better find a place.
How can I? The money from Sky ain't come in yet.
Maybe it won't come. Maybe he took the doll to Havana.
Oh, he couldn't have taken her. How could she have gone? She couldn't have gone.
sandwich. El Santo Cristo, the second oldest mission in Cuba. Well, come on.
Well, where to?
To see the oldest. Don't miss dungeons from which prisoners were thrown to the sharks.
Sounds like a million laughs.
Here is buried Christopher Columbus.
Well, at least he's lying down. Well, how about a drink?
A milkshake, please.
Dulce de leche.
These are delicious. What did you call them?
Dulce de leche.
Dulce de leche. Well, what's in it besides milk?
Sugar and a sort of native flavoring.
What's the name of the flavoring?
Bacardi.
It's very good. I think I'll have another. Doesn't Bacardi have alcohol in it?
Only enough to act as a preservative.
You know, this would be a wonderful way to get children to drink their milk.
Hey, easy there, slugger. It's over and you're still the champ. My goodness, are you all right?
Am I all right? Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're cozy and clinging. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bell, I'd be ringing. From the moment we kissed tonight, that's the way I've just got to behave. Boy, if I were a lamp, I'd light. And if I were a banner, I'd wave. Ask me, how do I feel, little me, with my quiet upbringing? Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a gate, I'd be swinging. And if I were a watch, I'd start popping my spring. Or if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding dong, ding. Ask me, how do I feel from this chemistry lesson I'm learning?
Sorry, chemistry?
Yeah, chemistry. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bridge, I'd be burning. Yes, I knew my morale would crack from the wonderful way that you looked. Boy, if I were a duck, I'd quack. And if I were a goose, I'd be cooked. Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're fondly caressing. Pal, if I were a salad, I know I'd be splashing my dressing. Ask me how to describe this whole beautiful thing. Havana is so wonderful. Why don't we stay for a little while to see how wonderful it really is?
Oh, well, we'd better hurry if we're going to catch the plane back to New York.
I don't want to go back to New York.
Well, I'm taking you back.
Well, you're no gentleman.
Look, it's all like you. She's not supposed to be mixed up with a guy like me. It's no good, you see, no good. You want to know the reason why I met you in the first place? I made a bet, you see? A bet.
How else does a girl get to meet a gambler?
Oh, come on.
No.
Well, I've got to think what's best for you.
Oh, you talk just like a missionary. Thank you for bringing me back. I must have behaved very badly.
No, you were fine.
Stuff. It was so wonderful of you guys to give it to me. Sky, hello!
Hello, Miss Adelaide. How are you?
Oh, fine. Sky, look. The girls surprised me with the kitchen shower. They went to an all-night drugstore and surprised me with the kitchen shower. Look. Such vulgar jewelry.
Oh. Well, that is wonderful, Miss Adelaide. Say, have you met Miss Sarah?
How do you do? Pleasure to meet you.
Okay.
You know, we're eloping tomorrow, right after the hot box meet, Nathan and I.
Well, good luck.
Thank you, Sky. Gee, I feel like a housewife already. I'm gonna love being in the kitchen. That's where they do the laundry, right? All right, Hazel, love me home.
Well, Miss Adelaide certainly seems happy.
Well, she's in love.
Yeah, I suppose.
What time is it?
Oh, let's see. Probably around 4 o'clock.
This is your time of day, isn't it? I've never been up this late before.
Well, how do you like it?
It's so peaceful and wonderful.
Well, you're finding out something I've known for quite a long time. My time of day is the dark time, a couple of deals before dawn, when the street belongs to the cop, and the janitor with a mop, and the grocery clerks are all gone. When the smell of the rain-washed pavement comes up clean and fresh and cold, and the street lamp light fills the gutter with gold, that's my time of day, my time of day. And you're the only doll I've ever wanted to share it with me. Obadiah.
Obadiah? What's that?
Obadiah Masterson, that's my real name. You're the first person I've ever told it to. I've never been in love before. Now all at once it's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score. But this is wine that's all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song, and out my song must pour. So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before.
I've never been in love before. Now all at once it's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score.
please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before.
Grandfather, I thought you'd be asleep.
Hello, Sarah dear. Good morning, Brother Masterson.
Well, good morning.
We followed your suggestion and stayed out all night. We spoke to a lot of sinners. Where have you been, Sarah?
I've been to Cuba.
You're even more tired than I am.
Hey! What the hell is this? Hey, wait a minute! I'm losing 10 feet here! Hey! What is going on?
Someone must have tipped them off. I've seen a lot of strange things in my time, but this is the first time I've seen a crap gang go full blast in a mission!
Crap game.
Now, Sarah, you know I had nothing to do with this, don't you? Sarah!
This wouldn't have happened if I hadn't. I never should have gone with you. It was wrong.
Well, no, it wasn't. You went to help the mission.
Did I?
Well, will I see you tomorrow?
Everyone is welcome at the mission.
Sarah, that's not what I mean.
It's no good, Sky. You said it yourself. It's no good.
Well, what the hell kind of a doll are you anyway?
I'm a mission doll.
And now, for the featured number of the evening, the Hot Box proudly presents Miss Adelaide and her debutantes.
He bought me the fur thing 5 winters ago, and the gown the following fall. Then the necklace, the bag, the gloves, and the hat. That was late 48, I recall. Then last night in his apartment, he tried to remove them all. And I said as I ran down the hall, take back your mink, take back your pearls. What made you think that I was one of those girls? Take back the gown, the shoes, and the hat. I may be down, but I'm not flat as all that. I thought that each expensive gift you'd arrange was a token of your esteem. But when I think of what you want in exchange, it all seems a horrible dream. So take back your mink to from whence it came and go. Hollanderize it for some other dame. Take back your mink, take back your pearls. What made you think that I was one of those girls? I'm screaming. Take back the gown, take back the hat. I may be down, but I'm not flat as all that. I thought that each expensive gift you'd arrange was a token of your esteem.
Will you be here for Mrs. Detroit's party tonight, sir?
What, is he here?
No, sir. Mr. Detroit hasn't been here all evening.
Bring me a Ryan soda, will you?
You got it.
Sky, have you seen Miss Adelaide?
What?
I have a message for her from Nathan. Wish Nathan would bring his own messages.
Well, what is the message? Where is Nathan?
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. This way. Nathan's aunt in Pittsburgh has recently taken extremely ill with,
a rare tropical disease?
Hey, that ain't bad.
Nicely, where is Nathan?
The crap game is still on.
Since last night?
Big Julie, being a large loser, did not wish the game to terminate. In fact, he was most insistent. And so, we find another place, and the game goes on.
Well, where is the game?
You looking for some action?
No, but I would like to talk to some of the guys. You see, nicely, I gave my marker to, well, somebody. And I'd kind of like to clean it up before I have to...
I'll meet you outside.
Well, what about Nathan's message?
Oh, Miss Adelaide. Nathan is in Pittsburgh with a rare tropical aunt. Goodbye.
What? I don't understand. Sky Nathan has to be here tonight. We're eloping to get married. Is it the crap game again?
Well, you know Nathan. Why does it surprise you?
But he promised to change.
Oh, change. Why is it when one of you dolls gets a guy, the first thing you do is take him in for alterations?
Well, what about you men? Why can't you just marry people like normal people do and get a house with wallpaper and bookends?
Oh, no, Miss Adelaide.
What do you mean, no?
Well, guys like Nathan Detroit and, yeah, Sky Masterson too, well, we're not cut out for a life like that. So when dolls get mixed up with us, it's no good, you see? No good. Hey, I'll see you in a couple of months.
Where are you going?
Oh, I don't know. Las Vegas, maybe. I have a ticket on the late plane.
Will you see Nathan before you go?
Well, I might.
Tell him I never want to see him again, and then have him call me here.
Look, why don't you get yourself another guy?
I can't. I love Nathan. Just wait till you fall for someone, you'll see.
Yeah.
In other words, just from sitting alone at a table reserved for two, a person can develop the flu. You can bundle her up in her woolies, and I mean the warmest brands. You can wrap her in sweaters and coats till it's more than her frame can stand. If she still gets the feeling she's naked from looking at her left hand, a person can develop the flu. The flu, 103.2, so much virus inside that her microscope slide looks like a day at the zoo. Just from wanting her memories in writing and the story her folks can be told, a person can develop a cold.
Not so fast, Sarah. Not so fast. Look, suppose we don't have a big meeting tonight. Suppose nobody's there at all. We'll explain it to the general.
We won't have to explain. It'll be very clear. I just want to get away from this whole place, to go someplace where
the sinners are all respectable and well-behaved.
You saw what happened last night. They gambled in our mission.
And someday they'll be praying there. Even a man like Sky Masterson, he came seeking refuge.
He came seeking me. Didn't you know that?
Are you kidding? I knew that the minute he started picking on you. But I didn't know you were going to get stuck on him.
I'll get over it.
What do you want to get over it for? It isn't pneumonia.
The man I love will not be a gambler.
But if you love him enough...
He will not be a gambler!
Sarah, dear, I've always taken care of you. All I want is for you to be happy. Velvet, I can wish you for the collar of your coat, and fortune smiling all along your way. But more I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love, your own true love, this day. Mansions I can wish you, 7-foot men all in red, and calling cards upon a silver tray. But more I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love, your own true love, this day. Standing there, gazing at you, full of the bloom of youth. Standing there, gazing at you, with the sheep's eye and the licorice tooth. Music I can wish you, merry music while you're young, and wisdom when your hair has turned to gray. But more I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love, your own true love, this day. With the sheep's eye and the licorice too, and the strong arms to carry you away.
Well, good evening. Brother Abernathy, how goes it with the soul saving? Tonight is the big meeting, isn't it?
Well, it's supposed to be. The general is coming, and she's expecting...
Ah, the general's a tough doll, huh?
Well, very few people will be there. In fact, nobody, and...
I don't think Mr. Masterson's very interested in our troubles, grandfather. We should be going.
Excuse me, Miss Sarah. You see, I do believe you're forgetting something. But being a gambler, I never forget things like these. I seem to remember giving you my marker for 12 sinners tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Masterson, but I'd rather you forget about it.
Well, I cannot welch on a marker.
Mr. Masterson, last night our mission was filled with your friends. Let's say we're even.
If you don't pay off on that marker, I'll tell the whole town you're a dirty welcher.
Say, nicely. Where's that crap game?
Well, Sky, it's about a 10-minute walk from here.
Well, which way?
This way. Come on.
Hey, wait a minute. Where are you all going? I came here to shoot craps.
Come on, man.
I'm dead. Big Julie, you see, the boys are fatigued on wearing this, having namely shot crap for 24 hours.
I do not care who is tired. I am out 25 G's, so nobody leaves.
All right, I'm beginning to see the logic of Big Julie. It's not that he's a sore loser. No, it's that he prefers to win. Ain't that right?
Give me the dice. I'm shooting 500.
Take 200.
Come on, fellas. That's a little bit. There you go.
Here you go.
600. All right, that's okay. That's enough money.
And that's a 1 and a 1. Yeah. And that's $50 to the house.
Here you go, Nathan.
Now the dice are still yours, but the way your luck is going.
Shut up! Another 5.
200 more.
Take it back. 200.
300. Probably gonna be going right back to you.
And that's a 1 and a 1. Snake eyes. Again.
Tough luck, Big Jewel.
Well, that cleans me. But I ain't through yet. I will now be playing on credit.
Oh, Big Julie. The boys are quite tired, but me, I'm as fresh as a spring daisy.
Well, then I will play with you.
With me?
Yeah, you. You've been raking down out of every pot.
Well, seeing that I assumed the risk, I thought it only fair that I should assume some dough.
Detroit, I am going to roll you. Willy or nilly. And if I lose, I will give you my marker.
And, if I lose?
You will give Big Julie cash.
Let me hear from Big Julie.
You will give me cash!
Now I heard it.
It ain't little nothing. Shut it.
Here it is. Well, is there anything wrong with it?
No, I owe you $1,000 signed X. How is it you can write 1,000 but you can't sign your own signature?
Well, I was good in arithmetic, but I stunk in English.
Yeah, this will put you through half.
I'm shooting 1,000. And to change my luck, I will be using my own dice.
Your own dice? Come on.
I had them made for me, especially in Chicago.
Big Julie, you cannot interpolate Chicago and dice in a New York City.
Yeah, it's a breach of etiquette.
Oh yeah, tell me where it says that in Emily Post.
Oh, I'll show you.
Not that I wish to seem petty, but may I inspect these dice before you roll them?
Well, here you go.
Would you look at this? Why, these dice are blank. They ain't got no spots on them.
Why, the spots removed for luck. But I remember where the spots formerly were.
So let me get it straight. You won't come in here and you're gonna roll blank dice and call the spots from memory.
Why not?
I see no reason.
Give me the dice. Ha! A 5 and a 5. My point is 10.
Well, I still got a chance.
I'm looking at. It makes sense.
It makes
Ha! A 10. I win.
A 10?
A 6 and a 4.
Which is the 6 and which is the 4?
Either way.
Come on, Jewel.
Now I'm shooting 2,000. Get it up.
You know, I just remembered I'm eloping with Adelaide tonight, and she is waiting for me.
Yeah, it's gotta go, right?
Get it up.
That was a little bit aggressive. So aggressive.
Ha! A 7. I win.
What a surprise.
Detroit, I think I'll take it easy on you this time.
Oh?
I will roll you for $1.
I'll take all of it.
What's the point?
Ha! Oh, well, would you look at that? Snake eyes, I lose.
Oh my God. That's something. Well, that's just disrespectful. Harry, come on. What is that?
For this, I gotta bend down.
All right, Detroit. I think I'll give you a chance this time.
Oh?
I will roll you for $3,000.
3G.
3 Gs. Get it up.
Now, wouldn't it just be easier if I went and I put this in your pocket for you?
Get it up. Ha! An 11. I win.
Well, that cleans me.
I guess we're done.
Let's get on.
Well, now I will play with you guys.
Come on, oh, Big Julie, you gotta give me a chance to come back. I shall not roll you with my dice.
Yeah, that's fair. What are you gonna use for money?
I shall present you my market.
And what, you want Big Julie to put up cash?
Nathan done it?
Sure I done it. What kind of deal is this anyway?
Come on, Nathan, just relax.
Man, he with his no spots dice, somebody ought to come over here and knock the spots off of him.
Nathan, don't make Big Julie have to do something to you.
Yeah, I'm on my vacation.
So go ahead and shoot me. Put me in the cement. At least I'll know where I am. I risk my neck to arrange this crap game, even arrange to get married on account of it. So go ahead and shoot me, my big friend from Chicago. There ain't nothing you can do to me that wouldn't cheer me up.
Well, you don't.
They are. Well, good evening, gentlemen.
Well, would you look at that? Fresh blood. Are you looking for some action?
Not at the moment, but I would like to talk to some of you guys. Yeah, come on, get in here.
We ain't talking here. We are shooting crap.
24 hours. I'm only asking for 1 minute.
I said we are shooting crap.
Shooting crap. It has to do with Miss Sarah Brown's mission.
Say, who is this guy?
Fellow I told you took the mission doll to Havana.
Oh, I get it. Look here, fella. Why don't you go back up to your praying tomato? You're slowing up the action around here.
Well, if you're looking for some action, would you care to make a small wager on a proposition?
What's the proposition?
Am I right-handed or left-handed?
How could I know a thing like that?
Well, I'll give you a clue.
Oh, hey!
Kindly return this to Sears Roebuck.
All right, now look, you guys. Come on. Now, tonight, Miss Sarah Brown's mission at 409 West 49th Street, they are holding a small midnight prayer meeting. I promised them that I would deliver to them some sinners. And when it comes to sinners, you guys are high up among the paint cards.
Hey, pal, I don't want to waste my evening in no hallelujah joints.
Yeah, that's right. Well, if you won't do it as a favor to me, do it as a favor to yourselves. I can guarantee you that the air up in the mission smells far better than the air down here. And maybe it wouldn't hurt you guys to learn how to do something else besides afford the hard way.
You've been reading the Bible too much, pal.
Well, so what? Maybe the Bible doesn't read as lively as the scratch sheet, but it is at least twice as accurate.
You're a rat.
Oh well, I tried. Hey, I'll see you around, Nathan.
Sky, I regret to inform you that I do not currently have the $1,000 to pay you.
Well, don't worry, Nathan. You don't have to pay me. You won.
But, I thought you took Miss Sarah Brown to Havana.
You thought wrong.
Well, come on and get up, Big Julie. I now have enough money to roll you, but with my dice.
Nothing doing. With those dice, he couldn't make a pass to save his soul.
How much money I got on credit again?
Come on,
Whatever you want.
I'm sorry.
Honestly.
What did you say?
I says, with those dice, he couldn't make a pass to save his soul.
Well, maybe I can make a pass to save his. And yours. And yours. And his. I am going to roll the dice. I will bet each of you $1,000 against your souls. 1,000 cash against a marker for your souls. If I win, you show up at the Save a Soul mission tonight. Is it okay?
Let me get this straight. If you lose, we each get $1,000. And if you win, we gotta show up to some Mission Dolls cabaret.
If I win, you show up at the mission. One meeting.
Okay, not that bad.
All right then, let's have your markers. Come on, gentlemen. Come on. Gentlemen, thank you, thank you. Hey, that means you too, Nathan. 1,000 cash against the marker for your soul.
Man, I ain't even sure if I got one.
There you go. You gotta have one somewhere.
And how do you spell soul?
S-O...
Thank you, sir. Now, give me the dice and give me room.
Come on, let's go.
It's stalling, roll!
What's the matter, Sky? Turning chicken?
You've seen me roll for 100 G's, but I do have a lot more than dough riding on this one. They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. You're on this date with me, the pickings have been lush. And yet before this evening is over, you might give me the brush. You might forget your manners, you might refuse to stay. And so the best that I can do is pray. Luck be a lady tonight, luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with, luck be a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman say how nice a day it can be. I know the way you've treated other guys you've been with, luck be a lady with me. A lady doesn't leave her escort, it isn't fair, it isn't nice. A lady doesn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's dice. So let's keep the party polite, never get out of my sight. Stick with me baby, I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady, luck be a lady, luck be a lady tonight.
Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight.
Luck let a gentleman say how nice a thing it can be. I know the way you treated other guys you've been with. Luck be a lady with me. A lady doesn't flirt with strangers. She'd have a heart, she'd have a soul. A lady doesn't make no snake eyes at me. And I put my life on the scroll. So let's keep the party polite, never get out of my sight. Stick with me baby, I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady,
Luck be a lady.
luck be a lady,
Luck be a lady.
luck be a lady.
What's the matter? Roll the dice. Coming out, coming out, coming out, coming out. Ha!
I'm telling you, I don't want to go to no prayer meeting.
Big Julie, you give your marker and you cannot welch on it. If you do, it will bring me no little amount of embarrassment. You don't want to embarrass me, do you?
If it ever gets back to Chicago that I went to this stupid prayer meeting, no decent person will ever talk to me.
Adelaide,
Oh, what a coincidence.
did Nicely come by and explain everything to you? I sure hope you ain't too sore about it.
Please, let us not have a vulgar scene. After all, we are both civilized people. Let us not conduct ourselves like a slob.
Oh, Adelaide, how can you be like this over one lousy elopement?
One lousy elopement, please. If that weren't so amusing, one could laugh at it. Ha!
Adelaide, darling, please.
It's no use, Nathan. I have succeeded in your not being able to bother me no more. I have got you completely out of mind. Completely out of mind. Oh, Nathan!
Adelaide, darling, don't ever do that to me again. Come on, we're gonna get married and we'll have a white house with a green fence that'll be just like the Whitney colors.
Okay, but we gotta do it soon, Nathan. I got another letter from my mother today asking a lot of questions, and she put one in for you too.
A letter? For me?
Yeah, but I lost it. So I'm gonna have to tell you what it said. Started with, Dear son Nathan, you have now been married to my daughter for 12 years, and this is my first letter to you. I can see you in my mind's eye every day as you walk down to work at the AMP. What a responsibility it must be to be the assistant manager.
I'm not even the manager? You lie and I'm not even the manager?
I was gonna promote you for Christmas. So then it was, I know you take such good care of my Adelaide and the 5 children, and the one that's on the way.
The one that's on the way?
Mother wanted me to visit her. I had to tell her something.
Oh, but don't you know that I can't support no 6 kids that want to pay me at the AMP?
I know you are a good man, and I know you take very good care of my Adelaide. I am proud to call you a son.
Oh, Adelaide, how could you do something like that? I feel like a heel.
Look, Nathan, we can still make everything all right. Look. 5 to 12. It's not even midnight. Let's elope right now.
All right, let's do it. Oh, but I can't.
Nathan, why can't we elope right now?
We'll be late.
Come on.
Well, Adelaide, you see, well, I gotta go to a prayer meeting.
Nathan? That is the biggest lie you have ever told me.
But Adelaide, I promise you it's true.
You promised me this, you promised me that, you promised me everything under the sun, and you give me a kiss and you're grabbing your hat and you're off to the races again when I think of the time gone by. And I think of the way I tried. I could honestly die.
Call a lawyer and sue me, what can you do me? I love you. Give a holler and hate me, go ahead, hate me, I love you.
The best years of my life, I was a fool to give to
Alright, already, I'm just an old good Nick. Alright, already, it's true. So no, so sue me, what can you do me? I love you.
You gamble it here, you gamble it there, you gamble on everything. Oh, 10 million, I'm sick of you keeping me up in the air till you're back in the money again when I think of the time
Adelaide!
gone by.
Adelaide!
And I think of the way I tried.
Adelaide!
I could honestly die.
Serve a paper and sue me, what can you do me? I love you. Give a holler and hate me, go ahead, hate me.
When you wind up in jail, don't come to me to bail you out.
Already, so call a policeman. Alright, already it's true. So no, so sue me, what can you do me? I love you.
You're at it again, you're running the game. I'm not gonna play second fiddle to that. I'm sick and I'm tired of going around, and I'm telling you now that we're through when I think of the time gone by. And I think of the way I tried. I could honestly die.
Sue me, shoot bullets through me. I love you.
It is now 7 minutes past midnight. Isn't anyone coming? Sergeant Sarah, something is very wrong.
Maybe your watch is fast.
I know what's wrong, General. I'm wrong. I've failed. I've spoken to these people day after day, but my words haven't reached them. I think you had better...
Welcome, brothers and sisters, welcome.
Yeah, come on, let's get in there. Come on, Leslie. Well, is everybody about here? Where's Nathan Detroit?
I'm present, sir.
Well, Sister Sarah Brown, here you are. 1 dozen or more genuine sinners. I'm sorry we didn't have time to clean them up.
Won't you gentlemen and ladies sit down?
Sit down! All of you.
I would like to welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to the Save a Soul mission.
Now, as many of you will have noticed by now, this is a mission. It is not Roseland. So I suggest that none of you partake in any unpleasantness this evening. Now, since I do have to appoint for parts westward tonight, I will be appointing Nathan Detroit, Major Domo, in my place. Nathan, if anybody here does not conduct him or herself according to the works of Hoyle, they will have to answer to Sky Masterson personally. And that does mean in person.
What a remarkable young man.
So you remember that guys and dolls? Brother Abernathy, yo dice.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored tonight. This meeting will be conducted by the head of our organization, General Cartwright.
It is wonderful to see our mission graced by so many evil-looking sinners. Now, who would like to start the ball rolling by giving testimony? Anybody?
Benny!
I ain't no stool pigeon.
Benny, come here and tell him what a bum you are. Benny!
I was always a bad guy. And a gambler. But I ain't gonna do it no more. I thank you.
Now, how do you feel?
I'm alright, how are you?
Anybody else?
Big Julie!
Well, when I was younger, I used to be a bad kid. But now, I have gone as straight as I can prove by my record. 33 arrests and no convictions.
Anyone else?
It's true. It is.
Harry!
Oh, no.
Harry the horse!
Okay. Well, it was like that time we was rolling Sky Masterson for our souls.
I beg your pardon?
Well, we was rolling Sky Masterson $1,000 against our souls. The only reason we're here.
I don't understand.
I'm afraid I do, General. He means they're only here because Mr. Masterson won them in a dice game.
How wonderful. This meeting the result of gambling.
Hold on now, I wasn't finished with my testimony. Thing is, when we was rolling Sky, I wished I would have won the $1,000. But now that I'm here, I still wish it.
We will now hear testimony from Brother Nicely Johnson.
No.
Brother Nicely Johnson.
Not gonna do it now.
God, get up! We've been in the sewers for so long, just do it.
Okay. Well, it happened to be kind of funny. Like a dream. That's it, a dream.
Tell us in your own words.
I dreamed last night I got on the boat to heaven, and by some chance I had brought my dice along. And there I stood, and I hollered someone fade me. But the passengers, they knew right from wrong. For the people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. People all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under, and the sharp will tell of your checkered coat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. I sailed away on that little boat to heaven, and by some chance found a bottle in my fist. And there I stood, and nicely passing out the whiskey. But the passengers were bound to resist. For the people all said, beware, you're on a heavenly trip. People all said, beware, you'll scuttle the ship. And the devil will drag you under, and the fancy tie around your wicked throat. Sit down, you're rock the boat. And as I laughed at those passengers to heaven, a great big wave came and washed me overboard. And there I sank, and I hollered, "Someone save me!" That's the moment I woke up. Thank the Lord. And I said to myself, sit down, you rock the boat. I said to myself, sit down, you rock the boat. It will drag you under, it's so heavy, you never float. Sit down, you rock the boat. Sit down, you rock, sit down, you rock the boat. Sit down, you rock, sit down. Sit down.
Brother Brannigan, is there something that you wish from us? Maybe you'd like to come and testify.
I'll do my testifying in court where I will testify that you ran a crap game in this mission last night. Miss Sarah, you were right there when they came out. You saw them. Ain't these the fellas?
I've never seen them before in my life.
Now there's a right broad.
Now, if you would excuse us, officer, we would like to carry on with our meeting.
I never saw crap shooters spend so much time in a mission. Maybe that's what they mean by holy rollers.
Very funny, big man.
General, I would like to make a confession. I would like to confess that me and my boys last night, we did come and shoot crap in here. And we're very sorry. Ain't that right, boys?
Absolutely.
I'm really sorry.
However, I would like to apologize for something else. I would like to apologize that I recently made a bet with a certain guy that he could not take a certain doll to Havana. And for this, I should not have done. Although it did me no harm, seeing that I won the bet.
You won the bet?
Sure, the guy told me he didn't take the doll to Havana, and that makes me feel a lot better.
Hallelujah!
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 We will now sing Follow the Fold. Follow the fold and serve.
Develop a cold. Oh, hello.
Good evening.
I'm Adelaide, the well-known fiancé.
Oh, yes. When are you getting married?
The 12th of never.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I didn't even get close enough to a church to be left at it. Gee, what'll I ever tell my mother?
Oh, your mother will understand. Just tell her your engagement is broken.
I'm afraid that might confuse her. Maybe I'll tell her Nathan is dead, and then see to it.
You mustn't carry hate in your heart, Miss Adelaide. Try to be forgiving and understanding, and the pain will go away. In the Bible, it tells us in Isaiah.
Isaiah?
Isaiah!
Oh, you got a boyfriend named Isaiah, huh?
Isaiah was an ancient prophet.
Don't tell me. Nobody cries like that over some old guy. Whoever it is, you got it bad. You know, when I saw you with Sky Masterson the other night. Oh, no. Not Sky. You're not in love with Sky. Oh, you poor thing.
I thought I hated him.
I thought I hated Nathan. No, I still think I hate Nathan. That's love.
Adelaide, can't men like Sky ever change?
For 14 years I tried to change Nathan. I always thought how wonderful he could be, if he were different.
I've thought about Sky that way too. Just picture him, Sky, a family man.
I sat and pictured Nathan by the hour. Nathan, my Nathan, in a little home in the country, happy. But they just can't change.
A little while ago at our prayer meeting, there were some gamblers who acted as though maybe they could change.
Yes, but that doesn't mean... Wait a minute. Gamblers? At your prayer meeting? Was Nathan Detroit there?
I'm sure I heard that name.
Darling little fellow, about yay high.
I think so.
How do you like that rap? Just when he should have been lying, he's telling the truth. You know, I'm glad I'm through with Nathan. And you ought to be glad you're through with Sky, too.
I am.
What are we, crazy or something? At Warner-Makers and Saxon Klein's, a lesson I've been taught. You can't get alterations on a dress you haven't bought.
At any vegetable market from Borneo to Nome, you mustn't squeeze a melon till you get the melon home.
You've simply gotta gamble.
You get no guarantee.
Now, doesn't that kind of apply to you and I?
You and me.
That's exactly what I said.
Oh.
Why not?
Why not what?
Marry the man today. Trouble though he may be, much as he likes to play. Crazy and wild and free. Marry the man today, rather than sigh in sorrow. Marry the man today and change his ways tomorrow.
Marry the man today.
Marry the man today.
Maybe he's leaving town. Don't let him get away.
Don't let him get away.
Hurry and track him down.
Counterattack him and marry the man today. Give him the girlish laughter.
Give him your hand today and save the fist for after.
Slowly introduce him to the better things. Respectable, conservative, and clean.
Reader's Digest.
Guy Lombardo.
Rogers Pete.
Go!
Galoshes.
Ovaltine. But marry the man today. Handle it meek and gently. Marry the man today and change him subsequently.
Carefully expose him to domestic life. And if he ever tries to stray from you, have a pot roast.
Have a headache.
Have a baby.
Have to.
6, 9. Stop.
Marry the man today. Rather than die in sorrow. Marry the man today and change his ways and change his ways and change his ways tomorrow. Nathan, where are you? Nathan!
All right, Lieutenant, that'd be a quarter.
Nathan, close up the newsstand. We're getting married.
All right, I'm sorry. I was waiting on the lieutenant.
Come on, is this wedding happening or not?
Nathan, we're waiting on you.
Jesus, Adelaide, you had to pick the busiest time of the day.
Come on, you got a place for the wedding or not?
Oh, shoot.
What's the matter?
I forgot to find a place for the wedding.
Nathan!
Hey, how about the Built Bar Garage?
Stray no more. Put down the bottom, we'll stray no more. Follow the fall.
Brothers and sisters. Life? Well, it's one big crap game. And the devil? Well, he's using loaded dice.
All right, where's this crap game I've been hearing about?
Brother Masterson,
Well, yes, Brother Detroit.
I have a proposition for you. I regretfully did not find a place for Adelaide and I to get married. Can I use your mission?
Certainly. I married Brother Masterson and Sister Sarah. Glad to do the same for you.
Hey, congratulations, Nathan. I bet you 8 to 5 you'll be very happy.
What Obadiah means is...
Obadiah!
He wishes you every happiness, and so do I.
Thank you very much. I know we're gonna be happy. We're gonna get a little home in the country, and Nathan will be there beside me every single night.
Achoo!